Zhuangzi was an ancient Chinese philosopher, the playful, imaginative voice of Taoism. Where Laozi spoke in short verses, Zhuangzi chose stories. They were light, funny, sometimes absurd. And behind them, there was deep wisdom about how to live. In his book, also called Zhuangzi, he shows that much of our suffering is born from holding on too tight to rigid ideas of right and wrong, to the need for control, to the seriousness with which we face everything. The message is clear. True freedom is born from letting go of labels, narrow thinking, the constant urge to prove yourself. He invites us to live lighter, like a leaf drifting in a stream. And in that lightness we find a quiet, profound joy. But in today's world, we are pushed to run more, compete more, chase without pause the next step. At that pace, we forget the simple lightness of being alive. Zhuangzi reminds us that life does not need to be a fight all the time. It can be play. It can be free. In this script, we will walk through 7 lessons from Zhuangzi, gentle reminders to see life differently, lay some of the weight on the ground, laugh at the unexpected turns, and find a lighter, more playful way to live. 1. Do not cling to labels. Zhuangzi says, what is good? What is bad? Opinions differ. The way makes all one. For him, labels are cages of the mind. They cut reality into tidy boxes when, in truth, life flows without divisions. Labeling is like drawing lines on water. In the next instant, everything dissolves. Reality has no hard corners. It is the mind that insists on calling something good and something else bad, someone useful and someone useless. Once we stamp a name, we stop seeing what is. We see only the tag. Much suffering is born this way, not from life itself, but from the way we think about life. The parable of the crooked tree. A carpenter looks at the tree and sneers. Useless. Crooked wood will not make furniture. And precisely because it is useless, the tree remains standing, grows, gives shade, lives to the end. The straight trees, the useful ones, become planks. Zhuangzi nudges us. What you call strange, crooked, useless may carry a hidden gift. The flaw can be freedom. In your life, how many times have you stamped people and moments in a way that shut possibilities? Whenever you notice a label arising, pause and ask, is this the whole truth? Is there another angle? What seems like bad luck today may be steering you toward a path more faithful to your nature. 2. See life as a dream. Zhuangzi asks, how do I know if what I call waking is not dream, and what I call dream is not waking? He once dreamed he was a butterfly, happy and light. When he woke, he wondered, was it Zhuangzi who dreamed the butterfly, or the butterfly dreaming Zhuangzi? For him, the boundary between dream and reality is not so firm. What seems solid today can dissolve tomorrow like last night's dream. This does not diminish life. It frees it. If everything is a bit dreamlike, we do not need to carry it with such weight. We do not need to grip so hard to worries, ambitions, roles. When you catch yourself too heavy, try asking, what if this is also a dream? The problem shrinks, and you return to flying like a butterfly, light and free. 3. Embrace the mystery of not knowing. Zhuangzi says, the frog in the well does not speak of the sea. The summer insect does not speak of ice. Trying to stuff life into flawless theories is like trying to pour the ocean into a teacup. Truth does not fit whole in your hand. It shifts with the position of the observer, with the season, with experience. Zhuangzi laughs at those who claim to know everything about life and death. How can someone with narrow senses and few years pass judgment on the limitless? Wisdom for him is not having the right answer. It is being at peace with not knowing. It is dancing with mystery instead of trying to dominate it. In practice, when uncertainty arrives, do not rush to control everything. Breathe. Instead of, what is the correct path? Ask, what possibilities open up now? Letting go of rigidity creates space for surprise, growth, and beauty. 4. Flow with change. Zhuangzi says, birth is not beginning. Death is not end. Existence is transformation, time, renewal. Change is the heartbeat of reality. Seasons that come and go, day and night, growth and decline. We suffer because we resist. When his wife died, they say Zhuangzi cried at first. Then he was found drumming on a pot and singing. His friends were shocked. He explained, before she existed, there was already the mystery. Then came form. Now she has returned. Why should I cling? It is not indifference. It is wide vision. Losses and endings are part of a cycle that never stops. When something changes in your life, job, relationship, phase, trade, why is this happening to me? For what is this opening? Winter feels harsh, but without it, there is no spring. 5. Act without forcing. Wu Wei, Zhuangzi tells the story of a man who jumped under a terrible waterfall. Everyone thought he would die, but he surfaced unharmed. I go down with the whirlpools, up with the currents. I do not fight the water. Here lies the heart of Wu Wei, action without useless struggle. It is not laziness. It is harmony with the flow of reality. Forcing too much is fighting the river. You tire and break. In practical life, stop trying to control everything and everyone. Do what is yours to do, and allow the rest to follow its rhythm. Sometimes, action is waiting. Other times, it is moving forward lightly, without hardness. Those who love without squeezing, work without anxiety, and know when to pause, reap the best, because there is space for what is alive to grow. 6. Live playfully. Zhuangzi said, fish forget the water, humans forget the way. He mocked rigid scholars and overly solemn rulers. Why? Because seriousness can become a prison. Play is wisdom in disguise. It loosens pride, lowers defenses, restores freshness. Children throw themselves into a game, and, when it ends, they do not suffer. They move on to the next one. Living like this is to engage deeply without clinging to importance. At work, mistakes are not the end of the world. They are part of discovery. At home, not every disagreement needs a stage for the ego. In personal growth, it is not a chore of fixing yourself. It is an adventure of knowing yourself. Whenever you notice you are stiff, ask, how can I treat this more playfully? The body softens, the mind sees, the laughter returns. 7. Own your own journey. Zhuangzi says, small understanding cannot measure great wisdom. He saw people trapped in titles, roles, appearances, and approval. Freedom is not in being applauded. It is in living from your spirit, not from someone else's ruler. To explain, he told of the fish Kun, so immense it turned into the bird Peng, crossing thousands of leagues. The little birds laughed. They could not grasp such a journey. Not every life fits the same tape measure. Some fly high, others stay close to the ground. Neither is better, as long as it is true. Ask yourself, if no one were watching, would I still choose this? When choices are born from within, freedom starts to have a real taste. In the end, Zhuangzi does not invite us to escape the world. He invites us to inhabit it lightly. To drop labels, see life as a dream, accept not knowing, Flow with change, act without forcing, laugh at what is too serious, and live our own journey. 7 movements of one body. Freedom. If this script from Top 5 Voices of Wisdom touched you, take 3 steps now, without forcing, with presence. Take a deep breath, like the video, subscribe to the Top 5 Voices of Wisdom channel, and share it with someone who needs lightness today. Write in the comments, I choose to flow, light, simple, and at peace. The dance has already begun. Come with us.